Hello everyone and welcome to a very exciting Madison Dane County Regional Airport update. Yes, this one is, I feel like I say that a lot, but it has some emphasis here. We have plenty of charters to get into here, a new airline resuming service, and yeah, just a fun update to get to, a lot of unique stuff happening around here once again. So these Madison updates have been quite the hit lately. So we'll begin our update with a pretty usual visitor here. It is the Frontier A320neo in the Baja the Whale Shark livery. And yes, it's the Baja the Whale Shark again. This is my only Frontier A320neo. I do want to get the Aero Classics Ed Edwin and Eddie the Penguins. I would rather not get Poppy the Prairie Dog for the new Gemini release, just because I think I'd rather just get the Penguins in the tail. But I don't know, that is another option. That might be a little bit cheaper to go with that one though. So maybe I'll show up with Poppy the Prairie Dog instead. But for now we have Baja the Whale Shark here, and this one is currently taxiing out for Denver. And here is the airline that is resuming service here to Madison. It is Sun Country, and their Las Vegas service. So yes, seasonal service here on Sun Country. They're finally back here at Madison. And yeah, it's quite exciting to see. I believe this was their first flight back on Friday, September 9th from Las Vegas. And I have it here represented with the Transavia hybrid livery. But the actual aircraft was just in the Arial text font livery. That's what this has for the Sun Country titles. But really cool to see Sun Country resuming service here once again. Of course, I love to see them back here, and so in this update, I believe we have every airline that flies to Madison will have at least one aircraft featured in this update, so that's very nice to see. So Sun Country, this is their, this one just arrived in from Las Vegas, just pulled into its gate. You can see the jet bridge is not attached yet, and back there we have the baggage carts that are just about to pull up the aircraft. So excited to see Sun Country back, and hopefully we'll see more of their services come later in the winter/spring. And so yeah, here's our very beautiful United lineup here. All mainline here today, so very nice to see that, and some unusual flight, or at least one unusual flight that we will get to here. But very nice United lineup here. I know it's kind of tough to fit them all on the screen, but I did the best that I could here, and this is what we got. So we will start with the Star Alliance 737-800. This one we'll be doing the Denver turn. In the middle here, just pushing back, we have the United A319. And this one came in from Spokane, delivering a college football team. I'm not sure which one, but whichever college has a football team that would play the Badgers based out of Spokane or in the surrounding areas. I'm guessing that's what it was. And so yeah, this one's just pushing back, and it will be doing a repo flight out to Chicago O'Hare. So really cool to see right there for that one. And then finally we have the 737-800 in the Continental Globe livery. This one will be doing the Chicago O'Hare turn, a normal Chicago O'Hare turn with no repo or anything. This one's just doing a normal flight, but very cool to see all these United mainline flights here, and very nice United lineup. So some unique shots here. I mean, the Frontier, that's a pretty normal service with the resumption of Sun Country, and then this very nice United lineup. So very glad to include it here as always. And so good to see United's going strong with those, and even doing some charter action here. I don't know if that's exactly where the charter parked, by the way. I just kind of put it there because why not? Just have this nice United lineup. Going back to the norm a little bit with this Delta Connection CRJ 900, this is just doing the regular MSP turn. So yeah, this one's a little bit back to the basics here, but always nice to see this one here at Madison. Of course, a beautiful model by Gemini Jets. Oh yeah, Gemini, you can't get away with that praise without getting a complaint by me. Yeah, where is that E175? They would be there or there, but I don't have the E175, so I can't include it in this airport update again. I mean, I must admit, I think I said it before, that the September releases were pretty good, but they were still missing that Delta Connection E175. I'm still going to be talking about it until that model gets released. So Gemini, come on. I have an open gate there, an open gate here for that E175. I want to use it. I have a lot of uses for it. I will use it in pretty much every single airport that I have. It'll be a good bang for my buck, and it'll be giving more money to Gemini. So if you want money from me, make the plane. And here we have getting heavily serviced this American A319. This is once again, of course, in the America West Heritage livery. This is my only American A319, but it's getting a lot of use here. This one came in from Charlotte Douglas, and it'll be doing the turnaround once again, heading back out there. And operating the Philly turn, we have the American Eagle CRJ 700 operated by PSA. So I don't think the Philly service was on the CRJ 700 before, so that's cool to see a different aircraft here. A downgrade because I believe it was on the E175 before with a Republic, I assume. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm just imagining things, but I guess we had a little bit of a different aircraft to include in here. So this one is just taxiing out for Philadelphia. And if all that wasn't interesting enough for you, here we have made it to the charters. I just have them parked here at the hard stand gates because I don't really know where else these would have parked. We'll start with this Alaska Airlines 737-900. Yes, this is picking up the football team that was brought over by the United A319. So I just have this here as it just arrived in. The airstairs aren't pulled up yet. This one just parked here at the hard stand, and it will be waiting here for the football team to arrive and fly them back to Spokane on this charter. So really nice to see there. That's very unusual here, and super awesome to have this in the updates. So actually, this update was these flights are kind of alerted to me by this commenter. Sorry that I forgot your name, but I will include the comment down here in this clip, and I'll make sure to include the comment that you kind of pointed me to these flights, and so I can make this update, because this was kind of a big day for Madison, I would say. And we're not even done with the charters yet. We still do have one more here. I don't think I'll be able to set the camera down, because here we have the American, and the Alaska is right there as well. So we'll do a handheld here for the Sun Country 737-800 in the Tide Pod livery. So yeah, this one is the charter, another Sun Country flight. I'm not sure if this would have parked here either, because the other Sun Country flight was using Gate 3, I had to assume. And if you saw my other Madison video from earlier, you would have seen that Gate 1 is under construction. So I'm guessing that's probably parked here in the hard stands. But this one, doing a charter in from Killeen. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced, because it's Killeen, E-E-N. About the airport code is GRK, Golf Romeo Kilo. So maybe you guys could let me know where that is in the comments, because I've not seen that on any flights. And I'm not sure where this is heading out to after the fact, but yeah, it's too late for me. I took screenshots of Flight Radar, but I don't have any of the other information on it, as I am recording this kind of late, and this is probably going out pretty late as well. But we'll just say it's heading out to Wichita, because why not? I saw a charter from MSP going to Wichita earlier, so I don't know, send another one to Wichita. So yeah, that'll do it for this update. I'll focus it back on the Alaska here, as that is probably the highlight, even though you could pretty much say that any of the scenes in this update were a highlight, because they all included something very unique. So a very awesome Madison update here, one that super excited to see all these changes here at Madison, with Sun Country resuming service and all these charters. Really nice, and maybe a new aircraft for American as well. So yeah, that'll do it for this update of Madison-Dane County Regional Airport, and thank you all for checking it out once again. I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.